Hi there, it's Stephanie from Mommy Standard Time, where we save minutes and savor moments. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Vlogtober. You might already know this, but I work from home and I try to do most of my work Monday through Thursday. I save Friday for household type things, motherhood tasks. I volunteer at my daughter's school. I go grocery shopping, all of those things. This Friday though, my schedule's been out of whack because my daughter stayed home 2 days from school sick. So I wasn't able to do my client work. Anyway, my list for Friday is way too long. So I'm trying to tackle one of my to-do items tonight, which is to go to Walmart and look for a whole bunch of random stuff. So I thought I would take you along with me as we shop and I'll show you what we find. So the first stop is the shoe department. Minnie's going to be the new Cruella for Halloween, and we found the perfect clothes at Ross, but we're struggling with the shoes. There's a certain look she's going for, and we found some shoes that would be perfect, but they were $40, and so we're trying to find the same look for less, and we are starting to strike out. So our Walmart typically has clearance all around the store, but they have one aisle devoted to clearance, and we check that every time we go. Look at these dry erase markers for 25 cents. That's a bargain. But I had way too many dry erase markers. And then speaking of clearance, I also knew that they had office supply clearance in a different section of the store. So we went to get some folders for a church project, and I was struggling on the color. So next up, we've got to spend some time in the sporting goods section. I'll talk about it later, but Buddy is going on a camping trip. And so we have a few items on our list that he needs. So while he shops, I'm sitting here confused. Are these live or not live? On the back, it says bait them as if you would live bait. So I'm assuming they're not real, but holy cow, that really made me think. And then I didn't film it, but we're actually back at Sporting Goods after walking around the whole store looking for the winter gear. Buddy needs gloves, and I couldn't find them anywhere, and apparently because the store's under renovation, they don't have them out yet. And then Ladybug was so patient as we walked around and around the store, so we are now at the costume section. She really wanted to cruise the costumes.
Fight off 1,000 monsters hiding in the sands on Mars. Hijack a flying saucer, steady on the hand, fly home, sweet home, where the saucers go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day.
This is actually my favorite section of the costume aisle. I love just finding little pieces that you can add to a dress that you already have or clothes that you already have, you know, and then just dress it up with a fun headband or a skirt or some sort of little accessory. And we're really undecided about the Cruella hair. Minnie wants to use the spray, but I don't think it's going to give her the result she's looking for. And then we found a Cruella wig, but it's not curly enough or short enough, and so we're still on the hunt. All right, now it's time to grab a chicken to use for dinner, and we're going to head home.
Go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day.
we are back from the store. I don't know, the name of the game is that I spent too much money because I was tired of shopping around. We went to a few places yesterday and kind of made a mental note of how much things were. And then we went to Walmart to see if we could find things cheaper today. And some of them were not, but I was done. Like, I'm just done shopping. So let me show you what we ended up with. Okay, so Buddy is going on a camp out this weekend, and the elevation is a little bit higher, so it's going to be a little cooler there than it is here. So I wanted to make sure he had a good tarp to put under his tent. The last time he used it, it was during the summer, so he didn't really need the tarp as badly, but we wanted to make sure he had a tarp this time around. And so they are gonna be fishing on the trip, and so he wanted some gloves that had pop tops. And I did like these more than the ones that we had our eye on at a different place because it also has a pop top for the thumb and it's a magnet to keep it out of the way. Isn't that nice? So these were way more than I was expecting. I think they were $18.99. Still a pretty good price though for what they are. And then I talked him into getting this because I feel like his little nose turns red so easily outside. So I thought this would be good for him to have. And then these were only $1 and I figured it would be good to tuck in his bag or his pocket, and it's not the end of the world if it ends up getting lost. And since it is a fishing trip, he wanted to get some trout bait and lures. I don't know anything about fishing, so that's what he picked out. And then Minnie wanted some gloves. She loved how these felt, and I didn't see anything comparable in the women's section. So she got these out of the sporting goods section, and they are super soft inside. And I think these ended up being $20. So again, probably more than I would have spent had I bought them at Costco, but that's okay. And then Ladybug decided that she wanted to be a clown, and she decided that before we went to the costume section. And so she definitely got distracted by some of the other costumes that were around. But then we found this, and she was super excited. I don't typically buy these costume kits. We usually like to put our costumes together with pieces that you can reuse, but I don't know. I was just feeling like this was cute. It has like kind of little spider webby stuff. And then it came with some leggings, footless tights, I guess they call them, and a hat headband, and then some fingerless gloves. And then I found these shoes for $1, and I thought, and they seemed pretty good and cushy on the inside, because you know, sometimes these Walmart shoes, it's like basically walking on the ground, but these had a pretty good insole. And I picked these up before the costume, but then after we got the costume, Ladybug was like, well, those would look good with my costume. So I think she'll wear these on Halloween. Anyway, so yes, that costume was $22.97. It was cheaper than going to the costume store. And then we got a chicken. I'm gonna get ready and pull this apart and use it for our dinner tonight because the pull time was 4:30. And so we got it right at about 5. So they had already marked them down at 4:30. And then 15 black folders. These are for a project for church that I gotta work on tomorrow. So there you have it. We struck out on a few things that we went to the store for, but we were able to find some other good things. I was excited to get the costume crossed off our list. And I grabbed that chicken. We're gonna make a super quick dinner. But anyway, so sorry that was kind of a quick shopping trip and a little mini haul. We struck out on a few things that we went to the store for, but I'm grateful to have that shopping trip out of the way so that tomorrow I can just go to the grocery store and take care of the rest of my to-do list. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to continue to follow along with my Vlogtober shenanigans, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my future videos. I will see you tomorrow.